So tonight we're going to make Rocky Road. Now this has come by request via YouTube, so thank you very much for the request. So I'll run through the basic Rocky Road ingredients. So it's 135 grams of either butter or margarine, 200 grams of digestive biscuits. You can use rich tea if you want, or a mixture, it's up to yourself. 3 tablespoons of golden syrup, 100 grams of just the small marshmallows if you can get them. If not, ordinary marshmallows, just cut them up. Bit sticky, but cut them up. And 200 grams of dark chocolate. Now, dark chocolate comes in such a range of prices, and I do appreciate that. So if you can only afford to get, you know, the cheapest type of dark chocolate, that's absolutely fine, especially if you've got some cocoa powder in the house, because you can just enhance the richness by just putting a teaspoon in. So there's a wee trick, a wee tip for you. So straight away we'll just get the butter and the chocolate on to melt along with the syrup. Now, syrup can be a bit of a nuisance to get out of things, so see if you just give it a tiny little swoosh or a wee rub round with some oil. Does help to get it out. So just pop it on there, and then the chocolate as well. Now you're just wanting these to melt down. Don't worry if the chocolate doesn't completely melt, because a couple of wee lumps doesn't do any harm later on. I'll just pop them in and move that out my road. Now, once this is melted, you've got to then let this actually cool. So it takes a wee while, so try and, you know, have it ready in advance, you know, a couple hours before you need it or whatever. So we'll just leave that for a second, and then what I'm going to tell you is, when it comes to your fillings, when you're doing your digestives, you can do them in your blender if you like. However, I would advise you just to use the pulse setting, because you don't want them annihilated. You're wanting wee bits, and you know, you can have some crumbs or some chunks. You want to, you know, different textures. We're going to use cherries tonight. Had them in the house, so that's what we're going to use. Just 100 grams of cherries. However, you can use whatever you like. If you've got nuts in your house, popcorn, honeycomb. Something else I do is I hold on to the ends of my granola, because you always end up with these bits that nobody really wants to stick in their milk or in their yoghurt or whatever. So I hold on to that. I put them in my bread as well, actually. If you hold on to that, this is great just to put some texture into this. So at this point I'm just going to get Kenny just about to turn off again, and we're going to leave this to cool, and we'll come back. Another wee tip actually, sorry Kenny, just before I go, is this will only take half an hour or so to cool. I'm going to pop these into the freezer, because this will not be cold, otherwise it would set. You don't want it to set, so it'll just be cool. You don't want them to melt. So stick your marshmallows into the freezer just whilst you're letting this cool, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, when it comes to mixing them all together, it shan't melt. So we'll come back in about half an hour and finish it off then. See you in a wee while. Okay, bye. I put that out on the cold step, so it's only taken about 15 minutes to cool. You don't want it cold, but you know, coolish, because like I say, you don't want your marshmallows to melt. And it really is now just a case of compiling everything. We'll start with the digestive. As you can see, there's all the different sizes of bits, but we're just going to throw everything in together and mix it round. And fingers crossed, this is all you need to be doing to get your Rocky Road. Just give it a good old mix together, and then have a container ready. I've greased it. Oh, I've greased it and lined it. Sorry, literally just so as I can wrap it in the same piece of paper, easier to lift out and then cut into squares. And I think that's about all. Now if you have a look, Kenny, see, just by making these marshmallows cool, well, they've not melted. And you're wanting them to stay whole, you're wanting pieces, I think, is the secret behind your Rocky Road. It's not like making your other things, you know, everything that you melt into, because marshmallow obviously gives you that gooey consistency depending on what you're making, but today you're wanting it left chunky. Oh, crash bang wallop as usual. Into your prepared dish, and then just flatten it out. Now once this is cold, it'll take a couple of hours to cool. Just take it out, and put it into squares, and then a wee bit of dusting of icing sugar over the top just to finish it off. And thank you very much for asking for this. Let you into a wee secret, I've never made it before, so fingers crossed it works. But anyway, that's the Rocky Road recipe, nice and easy. And as always, if you have any issues or need bits and bobs of the recipe, you'll find them on nortonnewnews.scot. And as I always say at this time, because of the coronavirus, everyone, stay safe. Thank you for watching. Bye.